But they had the audacity to ask me for feedback and not give me feedback themselves. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Percent Blast channel here with Percent Shinoda. My ultimate purpose in life is to make your dream job more attainable through comedic videos. That's really going to be put to the test today. This is more of an angry video, I think. And a lot of value here and there. And today, we are going to be going through the most heartbreaking part of my inbox. My rejection letters. $300 rejection emails from my internship, specific job search to my full-time job search. 300 rejections. Some great, where I got a lot of feedback. Others awful and automated. 300 emails. Now, was I surprised to see it was 300? No, to be honest, it felt like 1,000 going through it. Probably the most heartbreaking time of my entire life. Rejections are tough, and they make you doubt yourself and your capabilities and who you are and what you stand for, and honestly your entire life. And that's exactly what happened to me. So we'll talk about that a bit through my ratings. And listen, I know it's a tough time right now. Thousands of people are applying to the same job. Rejection is prominent left and right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to read some really awful emails. And we're going to talk about how you can surpass rejection. How does that sound? Because Percent Blast is always here for you. Alright, let's get right into it. Maybe if we go through this quickly enough, I will not cry as much. Anyways, the first one I wanted to go through made me kind of laugh. So, dear Miss Shinoda, thank you for being interested in our company. Your application has shown both interest in our company and your personal commitment. Yeah, really, Mr. Obvious. Yeah. We regret, however, that we cannot offer you the job position to which you applied. They're acting like they're barricading the door to the job, like we cannot offer. We'd be very pleased if you activated the job subscription function. That way we can let you know immediately about suitable job offers in the future. We wish you all the best for your future career. Best regards. Well, you know, it made me laugh, I have to say, but I think at the time it did not make me laugh. So, thank you for being interested in our company. Your job application has shown both your interest in our company. Yeah. What kind of intro is that? I don't know. I think they were nice enough, and they mentioned that they have the job subscription thing, so that's useful. 3 out of 10. Alright, we are going into mad territory now, because this one really set me off at the time, and even now, I am set off. So, here's the thing. I got this email and I got pretty happy at the time because, good news! We're continuing to evaluate your candidacy for the position of product marketing intern. Your application has been shared with the respective teams to review in the future. As we are still gathering feedback, we kindly ask you for your patience. And we will get back to you soon, essentially. This was back when I was 20 years old. And I thought this was a gleaming email of hope that they're going to reach out soon and let me know that I'm going to go through to an interview. Why are they mentioning that they're evaluating my position? Okay. What I'm trying to say is don't send emails if you're not going to push me to the next step. I got a rejection soon after. Bruh. I don't understand. So, when it comes to working with people and through my whole process of getting a job, the essential struggle at the beginning was getting my resume good enough to get an interview. And most of the time, it's a lot of the same issues I have when I'm working with my clients, actually. So it's always about quantifying your impact, actually putting numbers in, having a clear story, and essentially creating a resume that resonates with the job you are applying to. So I've been hearing a lot of this specifically recently is I'm applying to the same industry, I don't need to change my resume. But you do, because if you're not changing your resume to the specific job that you're applying to, it's not going to be 100% relevant. And remember, when I mentioned that you're applying against 1,000+ people most of the time now, control what is uncontrollable as much as possible, and really perfect your resume to resonate with the job through keywords. And you analyze the job, make sure you find all the specific tasks, and basically your resume needs to tick all the boxes. And if you want more information about how to personalize your resume, click up here. I made a video just on that. Okay, thankfully, I did not get so angry at this one. Sure, I got a rejection and we moved on, but hey, it's fine. So maybe let's go to one that actually made me angry. This rejection broke me. Like, it actually broke me apart, both emotionally and mentally. So let me put a scene. I was interviewing with this company for more than 3 months. It was from January until end of March or so. So it was quite a long time, and it was 6 interviews, believe it or not, just 6 really extensive interviews. And this was, I think, a month right before I graduated college. So I was really setting on getting anything before I graduate so I don't graduate without a job. Just the prospect of that was really scary to me, but it happened. And it's still happening to this day, a year later. Whatever. What I'm trying to say is I was in a bad place and I got a rejection email. But you know, the rejection email isn't the worst bit. Though the rejection email is pretty bad. But, okay, let me just read it to you, and then we'll talk about what really made me angry. So, I'm writing to let you know we have reached a decision on your candidacy for this position. Unfortunately, you have not been successful. There is a lot of interest in this position, yada, 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 yada. Unfortunately, I'm unable to share specific feedback with you. However, we really appreciate you taking the time to interview with us and learn more about us, and we encourage you to keep checking the career website. So, the feedback part made me a bit angry. You know, a rejection's bad enough. On top of it, I'm not getting ways to move forward. But it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. Here's what actually made me really angry at the time. So imagine getting this. I'm crying on my couch for an entire week. I'm eating ice cream. I feel like my world is dismantled. I feel like I'm going to be unemployed forever. The world really was a cruel place at the time. And continues to, but, you know, whatever. And then I get an email from this company. And they say, we would like feedback on our process. Do you know how angry I was? I was pretty angry. I deleted the email instantly. But they had the audacity to ask me for feedback and not give me feedback themselves. I really thought I was over this, but clearly not. So, community, what are some ways to get past not getting feedback? How do you move forward from that? If you have gotten rejected and you don't even know why, how do you use rejection to your advantage, as I'm always preaching? And essentially, the first thing that's really essential is to look within you and kind of analyze the interview. Analyze the person's body language. Was there a time that you answered something like in a way that wasn't responded to positively? Did you feel, a lot of the time when I answer a question, I'll think like, that was not the right thing to say. I should have said this. That's already feedback. And analyzing the process, analyzing what the job was looking for, and kind of also tallying up to that. Tallying up, okay, they asked a lot of resilience, they asked a lot about sales experience, all of that. That's how you try and understand, okay, this is where I need to improve. The second thing you can do is to specifically reach out to the person you are interviewing with, as opposed to waiting for the recruiter's email. Try and establish a relationship with them by adding them on LinkedIn before, but also speaking to them, like having a nice conversation with them during the interview, and then after the interview, specifically speaking to them, letting them know that you really appreciate their time, and then asking if they possibly have any feedback, because they are way more willing to actually give it to you. All right, moving on from that. You know, what really surprised me through most of the emails is even after I interviewed for a long time with companies, after I was interviewed, getting to know the recruiter, got to know so many people, I would say like 95% of the emails I got were automated. And I think that's crazy because it's such a cold kind of way to reach out to someone after something this kind of upsetting, I would say. And very rarely would I get an actual written email with feedback, and I just wanted to share one, and it's basically, I'm really sorry to let you know we've chosen someone else to become our next intern. Competition was really strong. We were surprised by the very high level of applicants, including yourself, so it wasn't the easiest pick. For sure you had prepared yourself very well, and as you said, I really love your blog and the topics you were working on, so I'm sure you'll find yourself a really nice spot. Please keep us posted on your next steps. And he said, despite the bad news, I would still love to wish you a very pleasant weekend and all the best. Yes, 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 yes. 8 out of 10. Because he didn't actually add feedback. I went back to him and I asked him, like, do you have any feedback on my process or whatnot? And then he got back and said, like, we were just looking for someone with a bit more experience. But honestly, so much kindness. And pro tip, community, add content, add blogs, add websites, add content that you have contributed to on the internet, websites, email, videos, all kinds of things that really showcase your personality, as opposed to just adding your raw experience. So I had my blog, and this is something we spoke about for a really long time actually in my interview, because he was so interested in my blog. So add content and really try to showcase yourself through these specific links in your interviews, because it's also a great way to connect with the person, as opposed to just have an interview where they don't know much about you. Put a bit of yourself on your resume. It'll really take you far. Okay, this one wasn't a rejection letter, but it made me laugh looking back at it. It basically says, thank you for applying for this role, our teams, and then in parentheses says, actual humans, not software, will review your application and will reach out to you if there's a skills match for this or any other open position. Who are you kidding? There are software that go through your resume and make sure that it is relevant to the position that you are applying to. And that's why it's so important to personalize your resume for every single job that you are applying to. Yes, actual humans do end up looking at it, but if you think about the grand scheme of things, if Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these huge companies are getting hundreds of thousands of applications every single day, there's no way a human is filtering through that, unfortunately. But like I said, I have a video here on my YouTube channel on resumes, and I also have a recruitment misconception webinar that I had with a friend of mine who's a Tesla recruiter that talks about misconceptions people have about resumes, so make sure to check that out. And with that, I think this is a good time to close up, just because I am actually nearing tears. This was actually super emotional looking back at my time applying and all of that, and my heart really goes out to everyone sending out applications, getting rejected. Just remember, if you can't get feedback, really look within yourself, have your resume checked by friends, practice interviewing with friends as well. That's always super helpful. Just make sure that you are not taking rejection lying down. And you know, when I actually got rejected from LinkedIn the first time I applied, and I basically just used feedback, and I just took a step back to get more experience, work on some projects, do another internship, and then I tried again. Rejection really is not the end. It is only the end if you make it your ending, right? So keep trying. I really have faith in you. We will get through this together. And, you know, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you like this video if you liked it. If you liked my rage more than my usual bubbliness. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the video. Make sure you check the description because I do have a link where you can request a career session for us to check your resume, your interviewing, feedback, and also just career strategies on getting ahead of the recruitment game. So just let me know if you need a bit of an extra push, and I'm always here to support everyone. And yeah, wishing you the very best. Thank you for being interested in my video. Your interest... I'm sorry, I was just trying to do the... Okay, let me try again. Thank you for being interested in my video. You watching this video has shown a lot of interest in my video. Thank you.